What's up, peeps? New season, new settings. Let's jump right into it. So these are my season 3 controller settings as we speak. For the battle royale button layout, this is pretty important. I've got tactical flip. Now, a lot of people don't know how to flip it. As you guys can see there in the right hand side, it says square to flip L1 and L2 and R1 and R2. So basically, my triggers switch position and I'm able to shoot with R1. This allows me to rapid fire a lot more with those semi-automatic weapons. Now, if you want bumper jumper, this is also a really good one. What tactical does is it allows you to crouch with your R3, so your melee is now the crouch one. If you also want to do this one, you can do bumper jumper. What this allows you to do is it allows you to switch your jumping one to your left trigger, so you can basically jump and crouch while still keeping your thumbs on your aiming. But I never really got used to it, so I didn't like it that much. Sixth layout, the same. This is the same. Deadzone, again, remember, Deadzone depends on your controller, how old your controller is. Remember, again, the way to figure out Deadzone is go ahead and set it to 0, 0. Go ahead and select your sensitivity to 2020, and then go on the map. Go on the map, go to a line, and stop moving your controller. As you guys can see, my controls still move a little bit. Go to options, move it 1, 2, check it, look at it. Just move it a little bit, and it seems to be moving just a little tiny bit. That's why I got it to 0.3. Now we move our control a little bit more, and it is not moving anymore. It's actually moving just a little tiny bit. There we go. 0.4 should be good. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, and then we can go and set back up. Right now for my horizontal stick sensitivity, as you guys saw, I had it at 8.8. So the reason I have it at 8.8 is I actually started at 6.6, but since I got my control freaks, they have allowed me to increase my sensitivity. I'm still gonna do that video on that, on whether control freaks are usable. Like, should you get control freaks for Warzone? That video is still to come. For my ADS sensitivity multiplier low zoom, I've got 0.75, and for my ADS sensitivity multiplier for the high zoom, I've got 0.85. These two allow me to really be snappy on my targets and move my aim really fast, while also having some good sensitivity on this one. Again, remember, I do have control freaks, so it may be a little bit different for you. Aim response curve time, I've always tried different ones, but I always keep coming back to dynamic. Dynamic is always the way to go. I like control vibration. Honestly, I feel really weird when I don't have controller vibration on. Aim assist, a lot of people always ask me this, and I've switched to focusing a while ago, so now I've got focusing on my controller here. Precision is also the way to go. Like, if focusing is a little bit too strong for you, you can go ahead and select precision. For all this is still the same. ADS and melee is still the same, Also, something very important is for your equipment behavior. Sorry, this one. Use and reload behavior, right? So it's like your contextual tap. Go ahead and put tap to use. This will make it so when you see something in the ground, you can just tap square and it automatically picks it up without having to hold it. Depleted ammo switch. This one don't really matter that much, but you can have it enabled. This just means that when you run out of ammo completely, it would automatically switch guns to another one. And for the armor plate, I actually like apply one. If you have apply all, so that means you only have to press it once and the button and the armor keeps applying by itself. Sometimes I get into a fight immediately and then I don't know exactly how to change it up, so it might be a little bit weird. That's why I like apply on. So sometimes I just put 1, 2 plates on and I go instantly into battle. For the slide behavior, I've got hold. This is pretty good. Auto move forward, I have this disabled, but what I do have enabled is automatic sprint, which is pretty important. Put auto tack sprint on, which is the second that you move forward, you don't need to double click or anything. Your character will be double tack sprinting, so that is also really important. If you guys don't like the tack sprint, then you can just select the automatic sprint. Either of these two will save your controller's life because you won't be spamming that button. And then that seems like everything else is pretty cool. Now let's go into the visual settings, because again, season 3 changed a little bit, like the visual settings. They changed the way things look, and I actually did change quite a few things. So for the brightness, somebody said to put it 5 points. I believe it was my man Warzone, but dropping it 5 points just makes it really dark in those low areas, so I do not suggest to move your brightness down. Let me show you right now. So we're in a game, and let me show you what I mean by when people say moving the brightness. Just do not even touch it. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look. Right now, in general, right now my brightness is 50, right? Just a normal average. So if I go into a door, you know, you can basically see that, and then I go into here, everything is seeable. But take this out right now. Take a look at that. Go to options, down at 5 points like people said, and I mean, just look at that. This is just way too dark. You get a rose skin in here and you are definitely, I mean, look at, I can't even see what gun I have on me right now. You're just in complete darkness, so do not, just by the love of God, do not move your brightness down. Do not do that. Just do be aware that since the brightness is a little bit higher in this game, when you aim outside, like look at this, it's kind of like a flashbang. just do be aware of that. But let's go to the next settings here. I did change something. I did notice that film grain doesn't actually change absolutely anything. So let me take a look at this. Look, I'm aiming at this wall right now, and I can move the film grain all the way up. And it doesn't really change like absolutely anything. There's really no changing in the film grain, but I just keep it at 0. I did change my colorblind type. Colorblind type this Tritanopia for this specific visuals. They make the contrast a little bit punchier. So we got the colors here on the right hand side. As you guys can see, when I change it, this is the normal one I used to have. Take a look. This is like a yellow and greenish, like a greenish blue. When I change it, it makes it a little bit more brownish. So the colors just look a little bit more realistic for me with this visual. So this is the new visual setting that I got. It's with the colorblind type, the Tritanopia. Again, just put a colorblind target. Make sure you put both. World motion blur off. Minimap, remember you always want to have it square. Minimap rotation enabled as well. And then the compass directional, remember always to have the letter so you can just quickly immediately tell somebody northwest, west, or something like that. And that is pretty much it. For the audio, the ones that you should just try out are both, it depends on what kind of headphones you got, but you can either try boost high or boost low. And you can got on the top left hand side, you can have a play audio test. And it, as you guys can hear, and it will just kind of like shoot and play a bunch of mixes and footsteps and all that kind of stuff. So that's also pretty good. Master volume, always have it at 100. Music volume, I turn it all the way low. You don't really need to hear any music in this game. It's just distraction. That's nothing that's going to help you with the game. Dialogue volume, you want to hear that sometimes. Effects volume is the footsteps, the reloads, the armor plating, all that. So remember, have that at 100. And then with the voice chat, everything is like this. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is pretty much the setting that I've got for you guys. So those are my season 3 settings that I've been playing with. Hope you guys did enjoy. Peace out.